welcome back to MC Sports Media, guys. How you guys doing, man? It's your boy Ron. I'm doing great. We back with another video. It's a few things I want to talk about today, so let's get right into it. A lot of people was telling me, hey, man, you don't talk about the Charlo brothers. And Jamal Charlo had a fight this weekend with Montriel, and it was a great fight. And I love the Charlo brothers. You know, so many different things to talk about. So at the time when I started this channel, a lot of the Jake Paul and a bunch of different things, but we will talk about the Charlo brothers over here. We're going to talk about a lot of the up and coming fighters, you know. But yeah, Jamal Charlo had a fight against Montriel. And a lot of people were saying and calling it a cherry pick fight. And for those of you who don't know what cherry picking is in the boxing world, it's basically choosing an opponent that you know you'll beat or you're supposed to beat, to prepare you for the big fight or to just protect your record or your belt. But it didn't go that way. And I don't think it was a cherry pick fight. I think we just didn't know too much about Montriel, and I definitely want to watch more of him after his fight against Charlo. Well, the Charlo brother. A lot of people said after seeing that fight, Jamal Charlo doesn't deserve a fight with Canelo. Now, here's the thing. Hold on. Here's the thing. I think Montriel he was just a tough son of a gun. Charlo was hitting him with everything, and he wouldn't go down. And in that, he was catching Charlo with some great shots. That fight was much harder than I think Jamal expected. So that doesn't mean to be honest, he fought just a real tough, durable guy. And the thing about it is, when you're hitting someone with your best shots, it lowers not just your confidence, but it lowers the chance of you actually having that force and that just you know, that energy behind it to hurt them. I think about it. If you constantly hitting somebody with your best shot, and they even get a little wobbled, but they're still standing in front of you, what that does for you mentally. So I believe that again, Charlo just wasn't expecting Montriel to be as difficult and durable. Like, I mean, I saw the fight. He was hitting him, and there was a few times Montriel was supposed to be out of there. But, you know, the heart of a lion, man, he kept coming, and he was catching Charlo with some fight. I mean, with some heat, with some great punches too. That Charlo looked, I wouldn't say hurt, but he definitely got caught with some shots that affected his balance. But it was a great fight, man. Do he deserve a fight with Canelo? I think so. I think he definitely has to learn to take every fight serious, because you just never know. You never know. And I'm not saying he didn't take the fight serious. I'm saying that you have to treat every fight as if you're going in there with the lion, with someone that's literally there to take you out. And again, he prepared for the fight. He was conditioned, but you could see and tell that he was not expecting that. Like, hey, kudos to Montriel. This is definitely going to get him more looks and hopefully more and better fights. He was just a warrior, man. He was taking some great punishment, but he also was giving it back. So, but definitely Charlo won the fight convincingly. So should he have a fight with Canelo? I don't know. You guys comment down below and tell me what you think. Moving on from that fight, I want to talk about the Davis and Barrios fight. It's coming closer. I think it's about 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks away. I think they're fighting on the 9th. I'm not sure. I have to look. Let me check right now. Again, Davis, Barrios. It's gonna be a great fight, man. I spoke about this fight before. Again, I think it's gonna be definitely fireworks. These guys are coming to knock each other's heads off. Like that's just what it is. That's what you're gonna get out of Gervonta Davis. Ooh, no, they fighting this Saturday. Yeah, this Saturday. I'm sorry, not next Saturday. They fighting this Saturday. Ooh, let me go ahead and get my pay-per-view ready. But with these two guys, man, they coming to knock each other's heads off. You know what I like about this fight is, and don't get me wrong, I love fighters who promote the fight and talk crazy and say what they gonna do to an opponent and actually get in the ring and do it. But these two guys they ain't saying much, and that's just their style. They don't say much. See, us real fans, we know a good fight when it's coming, and we don't need you to sell it. Just tell us every now and then when it's gonna be, and we gonna be there. These two guys, man, they ain't saying too much. They silent killers. They don't talk too much. Tank don't talk. Barrios don't talk. They get in there and they get the work done. So, and that's what I love about it, man. You can tell both of these guys are training hard. This is going to be a real test for Tank, for both fighters. But Tank moving up 2 weight classes, that's, yeah, that just shows you the type of fighter he is. He's here to fight the real fights. He's here to fight any and every one, and we respect that. We love that. Real fighting fans, we just want to see a great fight. Nowadays, a lot of these fighters picking who they want to fight, and everybody, and they say it's a lot of promoters. A lot of promoters are the reason why certain fighters aren't fighting certain fighters, and I'm the A side, B side, all that crap. But at the end of the day, man, give the fans what they want to see. And this is a fight we want to see. Man, I'm going to go with Davis. Maybe it's a little biased. But I just think Davis has the skills. He has the skills. Now, will he utilize all the skills he has? That's what my problem with Adrian Broner was. Adrian Broner has the skills. It's just, he didn't execute and use the skills that he had. And that's no shot at Adrian. Like, he know that. He knows sometimes when it's time to perform and take it up another level in competition in the fight. We've been telling him forever, man, let your hands go. Let them go. But anyways, I think Tank has the skills and will utilize his skills. To me, I think is just an all-around better fighter, whether it's boxing, brawling, IQ, everything. So, but again, Barrios, man, is a great opponent, and he has the skills as well. I just think Tank is the better fighter, so I'm rocking with my boy Davis. But still gonna be a great fight. Moving on. Should have had my water, man. But moving on from that, the Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder fight. I spoke about this last in my last video. Uh, a lot of people, and there's some beef, man. There's some beef. I think it came up that Deontay's trainer, ex-fighter, came out and a lot of people who's saying it, man. If you're paying attention to all the other channels, they think that Mike Tyson has an issue with Deontay Wilder. Me, I don't know if he have an issue with him. I think Mike is just stating his opinion on who he think the better fighter is, and I agree to it. I agree that Tyson Fury is the better boxer. You know, when we talk about, you know, the allegations of him cheating, and I mean, there was some video and images that looked real sketchy. But I'm glad we're getting the fight over, the third fight, and, you know, we'll see what happens. But I think, do I think Tyson Fury has his number? That's too much speculation. It's too much speculation of if he cheated, and there's some evidence and proof out there. They actually have video footage of in one of Tyson's earlier fights, the ref stopped the fight and had them like in the ring before the fight started, take his gloves off, rewrap them, and pull them on properly because they weren't on properly. And that was the same accusation that Deontay Wilder was talking about. You know, if you look at the gloves, they're there for a reason to protect, you know, it's not bare knuckle. And, you know, he was getting, you know, a little sketchy, you know, pulling them down and getting them knuckles. And that's just not following the rules. And, you know, Deontay Wilder suffered a dent in his skull because of that. So if and only Tyson know, you know, he knows the truth. And if he did do that in this fight, he would not have room to do it. So let's see what happens. And Deontay Wilder looks great. So if he used the new skills and developed his skills the way he should have, because he's had almost 2 years to prepare, you know, who knows? So I wouldn't agree with Mike Tyson to say I think Tyson Fury has his number. Now, I wouldn't say that. I would just say, hey, we got a third fight. I think it's going to be a very different fight, at least. I can say that. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Did Deontay Wilder get better and improve his skills? You know, everyone's been saying he's just a one-trick pony. All he had was knockout power. So did he level up and create new skills to use in his arsenal? Or will he come and be the same Deontay Wilder as before? Which I don't think he will. I think he's been training hard. He looks great. And he's motivated. He's motivated.